Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to another episode of Life with Ussie. I am your host, Ussie, and on today's topic, it's very close to my heart. It's very close to my heart. As you have already seen by the title, we're talking about never letting people bully you out of your light. So that's what we're going to be discussing today, what we're going to be diving deep in. So without any further ado, let us get right into it. We live in a world where people often choose to dim others' lights instead of working on their own inner glow. You get me? And we've all seen it, especially with the rise of social media. Everybody is exposed. So, why is it the case? Well, it's because working on yourself takes strength. It takes a lot of self awareness. It takes a lot of effort. And not everyone is up for that. So it's much easier for people to tear you down and project their own shortcomings onto you instead of them actually looking within and working on themselves. I want to dive into this by giving you a story about Malèna in the movie. Well, a film that perfectly illustrates how society can turn on someone simply because their light is too bright. Well, in the movie, if you haven't watched it already, it's kind of an old movie. In the movie, Malèna, if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert, if you need to watch this movie, but I won't spoil it too much. I'll just give you a brief of what the movie is about. So the movie, Malèna, portrays a very beautiful, graceful, and elegant lady. Her mere existence triggers insecurities in the people around her, especially the woman in her town. So instead of admiring her beauty or learning from her grace, they ridicule her, cast her out and bully her. But was that really about Malèna? Was it really about her grace, her beauty? No, it was about how her presence made them feel about themselves. They felt insecure and they felt inferior, and instead of doing the inner work, they chose the easier path, which is to tear her down. And boy, did they not succeed? Did they not succeed? And this isn't just something that happens in movies. Think about Lori Harvey. I love Lori Harvey. Adore Lori Harvey. So think about Lori Harvey. Remember when people had so much to say about her dating life? She was trending. She was a trending topic about how she's jumping from man to man, how she's, being run down by all these industry men. People were just coming for her as if we would, as if like we or people in their 20s are not doing the same thing. They were coming for her as if she was doing something outrageous. unseen. Why? Because she's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful, stunning young lady living her life and doing what many 20-something-year-olds do every single day, which is date. Date men. In your 20s, you date. But Lori's beauty and her quiet confidence triggers something in others. It made people uncomfortable. So they felt compelled to criticizing her. And it's funny how people will talk about Lori, but never say a word to their own friends. You know you have a friend that the whole block has, the whole block knows her. And you don't say nothing. People might have friends who are doing the same thing, but okay, let me calm down. But it's wild. It's wild how people hold celebrities to a different standard simply because they are in the spotlight, and too much criticism is placed on celebrities while regular people are doing the very same things. Now, I want to quickly jump, no pun intended. No pun intended. I want to quickly jump and talk about my girl Tyla. Recently, after the VMA awards, there's been this hate train against her. People all over the internet were really sharing their brokenness, I think. Letting all the insecurities spill out. Some reasons were valid. A small percentage of reasons were valid coming from people, but a lot, oh my God, a lot was just wreaking insecurities, projecting. You see, when you shining, when you glowing, and you confident in your light, people who haven't done their work, people who haven't done the inner work, will try to dim that light for you. I think Tyla's grace, we don't know her. She's new to us, to our screens, but in a very, very broad way, I think Tyla's grace and her rising success is triggering people. It's triggering something deep within people. Especially because girl looks good as hell. Especially because she looks so good. So instead of people clapping for her, celebrating her, they choose to project their own lack onto her. And here's the other thing. People will always project when you trigger the insecurities. They will choose to climb up a tree 100 times before they look into themselves. Before they look within, they will choose to climb up a tree 100 times to project their insecurities on you. If you are a confident person, you've worked on yourself, you're centered and sure of who you are, it confuses people, it frustrates them. They'll wonder, why aren't you making yourself smaller to make me feel better? Why aren't you playing fake humble? Why aren't you playing fake humility so that I feel better about not working on myself? Listen, When I first watched the movie Malèna, I related so much. I never thought I could relate to a movie like that. My testimony is so deep. My testimony is so deep, y'all. I thank God every day for being alive. Every single day that I am here, I am alive. I never thought I would make it past 2022. That was the worst year of my life. I went through so much trauma. I went through so much, all because of jealousy and envy. Nothing else. All because of jealousy and envy. I did not think that I would make it past that year. But here I am with a heavy testimony, which I will share. I will share one day. All in God's timing. All in God's timing. And through this journey of, healing, reclaiming my light, I came to find out that people will project on you while you are just busy living your life. You did not hurt anyone. You did not step on anyone's toe. You did not take anyone's possession or anyone's platform. You are just minding your business. And people will just not like that. And it's very, very sad because before that, before the trauma that I went through, I did not understand jealousy. I did not understand why you would envy someone who has something that you don't have instead of being inspired by them, because that is how I rolled. That was my programming. I did not understand, why would I be jealous? Like, if I want it, I can have it. I can be inspired because they are a human being. They have it. I can be inspired by that person, not try to take them out. Now people are so, oh my goodness. Whew. Let me come back. Come back. Let me come back. Here's what I want you ladies to take out of our episode today. Anyone, be it friends, family, colleagues, anyone who tries to bully you out of your light does not deserve a place in your energetic space. People like that, you need to put them in a box and discard that box. Throw it away. Do not give them your energy. Be very, very careful who you let in your space. Now, this being your physical space or your emotional space or your spiritual space, because people will go to the extremes to take you down, to take out your light. And I really want this to be a lighthearted channel, and sometimes we have to be the opposite of lighthearted. And I think in this case, yeah, we have to be. I want us to walk in caution. I want us to walk around being aware that people are vile out there, and it took me a long time to actually realize, when I was in the midst of my darkness, I was so confused. I was asking why I don't bother no one. I literally don't bother no one. I was asking why. It took me a while to understand that people will just, try to take you out because you trigger them. That's all. It's not as deep as you not bothering people. You just trigger the insecurities. That is all. So, you need to be very mindful about surrounding yourself with people who celebrate your light and not those who want to extinguish it. English, come back. So yeah, we were. So you need to be very mindful about surrounding yourself with people who actually celebrate you, not those who want to extinguish your light. We were created with different purposes. Your light is meant to inspire others, even if it's a small niche, even if it's a group of people around you, even if it's a small girl who lives down the street. When they look at you, they're like, oh yeah, there's good people around because she's good people. We were created with very, very different purposes. You were meant to bring light by being who you are, by being yourself. And making yourself small because of others. I know this is a message for me as well. This is a message for me as well. Making ourselves small because we want to make others feel comfortable is an offense to the mighty God. I think it's an offense to God. Now imagine you create a masterpiece. It's amazing, it's shiny, it's bright, and you say to that masterpiece, you right over there, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You say that. And that masterpiece goes like, I don't think so. Actually, I think I'm less than. Is that not an offense to the creator? Because I think it is. So, I want you to remember that you're meant to shine. You are not meant to make others feel comfortable in their shortcomings, in their darkness. We all have responsibilities to ourselves. We all have responsibilities to become better versions of ourselves. I cannot be the same Ussie I was 5 years ago. That is impossible. Unless something happened, unless I came across traumas and all that, but still, I cannot be the same person. I have to learn from that, grow from that, even if it's a small percentage of growth, but I cannot be the same person. So we all responsible for ourselves, for our own growth. So until next time, keep shining, keep on thriving, and never let anyone bully you out of your light. Sending you all the love. Till next time.